It could have been me outdoors with no food and no clothes, all left alone without a friend or just another number with a tragic end. But you didn't see fit to let none of these things be. And every day by your power, said you keep on keeping me. I want to say thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Hello there.
What's happening, sis?
How you doing?
It has been a little minute.
It's been a little minute.
But we bike.
We bike.
Welcome, church family.
Hey, y'all.
This is the Church's Podcast. I go by your man, Doc Reed, and I got my sis here with me.
Whitney Michelle is in the building.
And it's just us today.
It is.
It's a special episode.
It is. I'm excited.
This is our thank you.
Yes, for sure.
You know, we want to share some testimonials.
Yes, testimonies.
Both from, our lives.
Yes.
As well as listeners.
For sure.
As well as past guests that things are happening to.
Yes, so exciting.
So exciting, right?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh.
God is good.
Oh, hey, my hands about went up already.
Not yet.
Listen. So, how have you been?
I have been well. Life has been lifing.
Life has been lifing.
And God has been godding.
Ooh, that's another one. Come on, God.
Okay. God been godding. And life been lifing. But all is well.
Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all can see.
Look at the merch.
Huh?
Check out the merch.
Huh?
I love it.
The life has been life and it's coming.
It is.
The That'll Preach is coming.
The hands is coming.
Oh, the hands is hey, it's coming.
Yeah.
So again, we wanted to thank our listeners, our viewers. I wanted to share, of course. We always talk about the countries, but I want to share the countries. I want to shout out the countries. Of course, the U.S.
Shout out to the U.S.
You know what I'm saying? Our folk.
Of course.
Germany, still large in Germany.
What's up?
You know, my friends in Germany, Berlin and all them good places. Puerto Rico.
Hey, we will come do a live show there if you want us to.
You hear me?
Fly us out.
Come on.
Fly us out.
Canada.
What's
we'll
up?
Do a live show there. It's
Absolutely,
summer.
we'll go to Canada.
Summer.
In the summer.
You summer. You hear me? Nigeria. Come on, them really our peoples.
Yes. They're so consistent.
Yeah, right. United Kingdom, the UK.
The UK? I did not know.
I can go there.
Listen.
Come on, UK. I get some euros.
Okay.
Huh? Okay. India. Come on, Dubai.
Now that's where I'm trying to go. That's about like an 18-hour flight, but that's okay.
Listen.
It's
how gorgeous it looks.
I know.
Come on. I can
know. Fly us out. Fly us out.
I can't.
I want to get flued out. Well, not you, but I want to get flued out to do the Lord's work, of course.
So, where's my button? I got some buttons over here now. Don't try. And Mexico is the last one. So
I've been to Mexico several.
Shout out to the global family.
Yes, we are worldwide. We appreciate y'all
so much.
Yeah.
We were talking, and one of the reasons, shout out to D. D was kind of the godfather of this episode.
Yes.
With the thought. And we were talking and we were like, guys, we're, a handful of episodes in and we're reaching masses.
Yes, literally. We're reaching people around the world.
I didn't think way back in November of last year that this quick this would be happening.
I know. I don't even know. I don't know. This was your vision.
Yes.
Right. And so I always have faith in you and your vision.
Yes.
But I had no idea that this was the vision. And we just hitting the iceberg. The tip of it.
I could not, for the life of me, I'm just have to be honest.
Yeah.
Some buzz locally is probably all I thought would be as of now.
Right.
I'm thinking, our folk at our churches
family,
and family and friends, right? Some coworkers or two. Countries?
Yeah, we out the box.
Countries. The stories we've heard.
Countries.
Put some few more S's on that. Like
God be godding. That's all I got.
Again, of course our mind isn't his, our time isn't his time.
Yeah, I know that.
But man,
he is so good and faithful, and always. You said at the other episode, God starts at exceeding.
At exceedingly.
Don't try him.
And we know these things, we can quote these things, but then when they happen
to you directly, like I can believe that all day for somebody else, but when I see it happening
for me,
listen.
Again, when we were having the conversation, y'all, we're getting real personal today. And when I reached out to it last year, and we might have kind of touched on this before, but it was a situation where we were like, we can do it.
Yeah. I didn't think I was going to be a good fit.
And I'm like, sis, like,
God put you in my
I will legit work on your time.
Yeah, you did say that.
Because I knew, like, the vision was so plain, and so clear. Like I was like, this has to be it. Like he's not giving me this. Like, try it. Yeah,
he was like, no, go do it.
Do this.
And it's crazy because I was thinking, like, why me? Like, out of all the people he's been in radio, all these like well-known people. Why in the world would he choose me? Still don't really know, but I know that this call is bigger than both of us.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
And shout out to some of our viewers and listeners for comments. Some of them will even comment like, I didn't have a chance to listen to the whole thing, but I wanted to hear what song she was going to sing.
Oh my gosh. God is so good.
You see what I'm saying? Things like that.
I know that God is good.
When I tell D, I'm like, D, just make it real.
Yes.
I never tell D what to make a real love.
Them reels be getting all the views. Like thousands.
D, I did. I don't know. Like, I don't think this is going to be good.
Humble D. He's so humble.
And it's amazing.
Everyone he has made has been amazing. Every single one.
Even Will, shout out to Will in the studio.
Will.
Every time someone comes in, they're like, oh, man.
I know, it's so cozy in here. I love it in here.
And to me, welcoming. That relaxes them.
Yeah.
And we have such good talk.
Always. Every time.
And, we're going to run host by or guest by guest.
Okay, let's do it.
And shout out, of course, Pastor Mike Roach.
Pastor Mike Roach.
Greater Church Charlotte.
Shout out to Greater Church.
What he's doing now.
Yeah.
And the things that he's doing now to see their growth.
Yeah.
It's not us.
Right. Not
but
at all.
I almost feel like we have a little part of it. A little
bit in the corner.
Little season.
And I'm going to take it.
We dropped a little, right. We dropped a little salt on it. You know what I mean?
We definitely did. Yeah. We're going to take our credit.
Right. And just seeing even his growth, because this was the first time he had ever did anything like this.
It's crazy.
And now he came back twice.
Right.
Like,
getting his book. He's starting on his book. Man, listen. Come on this show and you gonna start the things that God done put in you. Come on, let's try it.
It was so, like he told me, he was like, Doc, I knew the gifts and the things that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. He was like, but it was something about speaking it over those airways.
Yeah.
That accountability that now everyone has for me.
Right. Facts.
Locked in.
And
is doing it.
Right.
He's doing it.
Oh, currently?
He's doing it.
He's writing his book? Man, come through. Because I remember when he first came on the episode, he was like, I'm going to get it. And then the second time he came on, he was like, I just talked to the
publisher. I just realized this voice. I don't even have to write. I can just talk. Like,
God be God. If you let him.
Miss Deb just
Miss
did.
Deb.
Oh my God.
I mean, her gift to the community is just, I mean,
she just, I saw her post. She had a U-Haul full of supplies that was donated for her to get, like,
come through, God.
I don't know if people understand how big a U-Haul is.
It's big. I mean, it depends on which size you
this
get.
wasn't a hatch U-Haul.
Oh, okay.
This was one you had to drive.
Really?
Full. Like, when I mean full, y'all, when the door went up, the boxes was right there.
Wasn't no room for air.
Donated for her vision.
Right. And her testimony is just insane. And the fact that she is still going harder than she was going before.
Listen, I've had people, and I'm not going to say names because I haven't, asked if I can share this, but I've had people that have had healing testimonies. And when they heard the episode from Miss Deb and how Miss Deb had a major heart attack. Yes. She made it sound real soft.
Yeah.
She had a major heart attack. And usually those either lead to the grave or lead to you have to get a heart transplant. Yeah. Like she told us then.
Walked out with
she walked in with that heart.
Walked out with
the same one. And I heard people like miracles with pregnancies and, cancer. Yeah. And I'm just like,
man, listen.
Like you said, God is still guiding out here.
This is so encouraging.
Nikki is now in St. Louis.
She is. Shout out to Nikki.
And even her,
listen, I watched her Instagram.
Did you see the house selection?
Listen. And the one that she got, she posted something the other day, and she was going through rooms, and she was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna use this room for. And it was huge, just a room.
Overflow.
Like, ridiculous.
He starts at exceedingly.
Child. Man, listen. Like,
this thing has legit blown my mind.
Yeah.
I even go back to where we were.
Right.
Starting this.
Yeah. Man.
The things that we've been through in this short time.
Yeah. Wow. When I didn't even think about us. I was thinking about them.
Where we were.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Man. Listen. Y'all. God is so good.
And oh man, that just blessed my soul.
Listen, I'm going to talk about me.
Yes, talk about you.
Where I was, right? I'm going to let you talk about you. I'm not going to put you
talk about me.
You are. You got some testimonials in the spirit. But legit, like I was kind of just going through life. Yeah. Like I was in my spiritual realm, heavy.
Yeah.
But it was almost like the old folks saying, I was almost so heavenly bound, I was no earthly good, right? Everything was just church and yes and shatta and all this and that. And I was losing it like personal stuff. Yeah. Like I was slipping. You know what I mean? And life be lifing, as we know.
Facts.
And I listened to my pastor, shout out to Pastor Brian, and he was saying this whole year has been about increase. Increasing your faith, increasing, we're trying to move towards kingdom. You know what I mean? So you can't stay the same and ascend. You know what I mean? Like if your pastor's going up, you have to go up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just maybe a month ago, he put out a post saying double. He was like, double your faith, double your, your study, double your tithing. As soon as people say that, right?
Jesus,
you thinking, hold on, brother, like
that's a lot of money. I ain't even gonna hold you, Jesus. That's a lot of money.
So, testimony
time.
When he said that,
yeah,
I was in a place financially where I'm like, but sometimes it's a struggle to give the 10th.
Okay, and that's real, and that is real.
You know what I mean?
That is so real.
I'm giving. You need me to? Huh? He didn't. That wasn't in my spirit.
Double.
Tell the Lord he need to like
recalculate that.
Gabriel need to come see me.
Okay.
Michael, somebody. Come talk. Come holler at me over in the night and tell me double my tithe. But I did.
That's that faith.
I doubled my tithe. The Sunday I did it, I received an email about a job. And I was like, okay, people send scam, phishing emails all the time. I'm like, what corporate company is really sending an email on Sunday?
Yeah.
I was like, but don't hate to, shoot them a resume or two. You know what I mean? I did. 3 days later, got an interview. Even during the interview, I was like, kind of skeptical.
Yeah, super sketch.
At the end, she was like, oh, Mr. Reed, we haven't talked about salary. I'm like, here we go. Here go the BS, right? You know what I mean?
Facts.
She was like, just name it.
Man, name what?
I said, name my salary? She was like, yeah. Man. I was like, well, hold on. Because I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go too high and overshoot myself. You know what I mean? But I don't want to go too low. She's like, oh, idiot. I was going to give you this. You know what I mean? So I gave her a number. She was like, okay, that works.
Man.
So look, 2 weeks, I ain't hear nothing. I'm like, she said that works. And I done gave that lady something too high. Now I'm just out here. You know what I mean? I'm just still here. A few days ago now, maybe a week ago now, she sent me my offer. But get this, sis. The offer that she sent, the salary that I gave her was double my salary.
You are lying.
So the double in the tithing that I gave.
You are y'all, I did not notice. Like, this is like
that's what I said. I didn't want to share.
You are joking.
The double in the tithing that I gave.
Man, let me go to church.
The double in the faith that I gave.
Let me cash at my church real quick so I can cash app some things.
He said, oh, you didn't think you could give that? I'm going to make that your 10th now.
Say, are you serious?
He doubled.
Man, listen, God.
Sis.
You did?
When I got it, that's why I haven't told anybody.
Oh my God.
When I'm telling you, I was so... Because I always, not saying that you can't be blessed financially. Absolutely you can.
For sure.
But I was always like, you know what? My home is peaceful.
Yeah.
My son is doing amazing.
Yeah.
He's in high school football now, so he's doing amazing. The boo is good. Mm-hmm. Everything has been great. He's giving it to me in peace. Mm-hmm. The joy that I have. I'm like, I'll take that.
He said, nah, you gonna have what I want.
Because you took that.
All right.
And didn't complain about this. Go on, bro. Hit it.
Oh my gosh.
So
hit one of them buttons over there. Huh? Find one. You better find one. Find the right one. Find the right
one. Come on, turn up. Huh?
Oh my gosh. Right.
Dummy. Get them some buttons and they go on the crazy. Like kids in a candy store. Oh, they just hit the button.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. And I want to really thank you, sis, because I reached out to you.
Yeah.
People, again, we're getting real personal. So I reached out to sis and I was like, sis, I need something else. Mm-hmm. And you was like, bro, I got you. I'm look for some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, come on, Cisco, come through.
The Lord wouldn't let me.
Like, no, sis, I'm gonna leave sis.
He would not let me.
Why are you putting faith in sis?
Right.
Listen. Like, when I'm telling you, I cried.
Right? God is so faithful. Because I remember you hit me up and you were like, frustrated, sis. I need something else. Like, I need this. I won't. I don't even know if you said you needed me.
Yeah, I want it. Yeah. Because our heart is to help others.
Facts. Like I understood like it was probably never about you personally, right?
Never.
And so I have been praying about it. Have you noticed I never brought it back up because God would not allow me. And that's why it's so important for us to pay attention to what God says. Like if God says don't put your mouth on it, don't you bring it up to him, then I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do in my quiet time is pray for you and let your faith doesn't fail you.
Sis.
And so this is so encouraging to me that God blessed you whenever I knew what you were going through. And he wouldn't even let me encourage you really. Like I have not brought it up since.
We haven't recorded since.
We haven't, but we've talked since.
Right. But my thing was,
when
we record, our focus is so
on the guest.
And what we wear.
For real.
Stuff like that. Like he was like, no, sit down.
Man, listen.
Just sit in it.
Like, what you mean double?
Double, like what I was making is now double.
What you mean double?
After I gave double. Listen, and the giving double wasn't easy. I was looking at that app for a while. Like,
listen,
man, I didn't pay it. I didn't pay until we left church. I couldn't pay it right then.
I be looking like, Lord, is this really the 10th? I don't see how this is the 10th, but giving double that, I can't even imagine.
Listen,
my mortgage be
because due. Listen, when I be doing the math on the 10th, I'm like, was that just a 10th?
Listen,
did I hit an extra? Did I slide that decimal?
It's the taxes.
Like,
they get me every time. Taking the taxes.
The 10th is, look.
God is so good, man. I'm so happy for you. Like beyond blessed by your testimony. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We have even guests that have reached out that marriages, when Pastor Mike was talking about marriage and you were telling about your mom and dad and the little things that they make sure that they do.
Yeah.
I've had some of my friends like, you know what, bro? Now we're doing weekly date nights.
Yes. So
to save, like,
God is so good.
Again, y'all, when we started this, I had no idea.
No idea. I don't even know what I thought.
Shout out to, I love D.
Me too.
Even seeing D's transformation.
Yeah.
From start of this.
Yeah.
Until now, the things that D has gone through.
Yes.
And now what he's on the verge of, like.
Yes. Insane. I can't wait to share his testimony. I mean, I can't wait for him to come on. We're going to have D.
We're going to have D on the episode.
D going to be a guest.
Yeah. We're going to have D on the episode. He's going to
share his own testimony.
And it is so, it couldn't happen to a better person.
Right. Facts. I agree with that.
Facts. That's these words.
Facts.
When, and this is why, I always, even going back to the beginning, I was talking and I was talking to the boo and I'm like, I don't know. Like, okay, I got Wit on board.
Yeah.
I was like, but this technical stuff,
I don't know nothing about it.
I ain't good at it at all.
No idea.
So one of my coworkers was like, look on PeerSpace. I was like, what's PeerSpace?
I ain't never
heard of it. It was like, it shows studios and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, cool. I'm just scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, yo, this place looks dope.
This one?
This one.
And it do. And he's done so much since we got here.
Hit Wheel. It was like a a whole thing you got to do on when you first do on Peerspace. You got to send messages and man, you remember? Shout out to Will.
Shout out to Will.
Will had the 2-hour slots.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, Will, bro, I can't sit here and talk to sis for 2 hours.
He could.
We got to chop this thing in half. Can we do an hour?
What'd he say?
Will came back. It was like, we'll just adjust the price. We'll do it an hour. And I was like,
Will, look at you letting the Lord use you to bless us.
Like that. But legit, like if people have something usually set,
right? They don't move.
That's what they have
especially
set.
Business owners.
Like Will didn't have to do that,
right?
Like so, got Will locked in.
Yeah,
it's like God got me a studio, and I'm like, Will does the make us look good.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, but we need pictures, we need reels, we need this, we need that. I'm like,
all that. Who gonna do all that?
I had somebody in mind.
You did.
That wasn't gonna work.
Didn't work out.
I was like, okay, sis, I'm talking about think.
How did you even find or think about D?
So look,
this is true story, y'all. This is hot off the press because I have no idea how he and D got
listen. D is legit the master of all trades, right?
Thanks. We talked about that.
So one day at church, D is on our production team.
Yeah. So
I'm seeing D on the camera. Then I'm seeing D going upstairs, like, where the extra technical stuff is, doing stuff. And I was just like, D can do this. Like, I know D can do this. Then I went on D's IG page. D taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he did the DJ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. Like, Jesus. Okay. I got it. Like,
okay.
I got it.
Right.
Okay. Hit D up. D was more than willing.
Yeah.
And ever since, like, I'm just like, bro, like, look at your takeoff.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I know.
It's D, have you got enough? Can you come sit here? Have you got enough? Footage.
Yeah, I think I do.
Come on.
Come on.
Will, is it bad if we add him now? Is it a camera that can get him? If not, he can.
That's fine.
Come on, D.
Move my purse out of the way, D. You could put it on your chair where you just got off.
Cause y'all
drop the sound effect
let's
so I can know when I did that.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Clap it up.
Oh my God.
DJ D, run it.
Pew, 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 pew.
Run it.
I feel so weird talking on microphone.
Do you? Welcome.
I don't like how my voice sounds on microphone, so
you're okay.
So
I try my best to not talk.
Y'all, this is D. This is D. Jiggy.
I'm looking at.
Just wait.
There's so many cameras in here.
So D, I just want you don't have to go to the newest of testimonials.
Okay.
D look nervous.
But I want you to legit think back. Because we remember, I'm talking about the car situation, the house, all that.
Yeah.
Just tell them your journey from January? 6 months.
Yeah.
Where you were then, where you are now.
All right. So in January, I'm gonna try to keep it quick for time's sake. So in January, this is about, so me and my wife, we do this. We work for this company called Apartment Life, where their whole entire purpose is to curate communities in apartment communities that don't really have the best community morale, and to serve as like a bridge between staff and residents. So we just got in like our third month, and it was June, and we were still trying to figure out. January, still trying to figure out, how we're gonna do this and everything. With fingers, we're trying to figure out what really is our mission here, because they don't say hey, they asked you in the very beginning, so what's your mission with doing Apartment Life?
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, we'll say we're gonna put the unity in community, right? Just something. It sounded good. It had a nice ring to it.
Something catchy.
Right. Something to put on a t-shirt. Because on the back end it's called a business tree, and so it's you help with staff and everything, but then ultimately the mission is to continue to be the heart and feet of Jesus like the whole entire time. So now, okay, guys, so I feel like we're doing one part, but we ain't including your part into it, because I feel like we getting too stressed out about these events and we getting too concerned about them. So, that's when you hit me up right as we're trying to like figure that whole deal out, and so you hit me up. I was like, perfect, this is great, because on the side, because they really don't. I don't know if I should say this or not. Okay, but
don't.
Right.
Okay.
Don't say it.
Right. But okay, I can say this part. So they help cover for your events. So you're definitely on staff for the community, but they just cover your events. They really don't cover like your income.
Right.
Other perks, but I can tell off camera. And so what happened was I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing this, except for doing this. Job was very much, we were doing like audience jobs here and there. And I was also still on the work of trying to figure out what am I going to do for a job. Cause I knew what I wanted to do, but I just kept denying that was going to be possible.
Right.
And I was just like, maybe I'm gonna do something else. Like I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna do this. And so, I mean, and so you hit me up and you was like, yo, D, trying to do some videography content work for me. And I was like, I've never done content work before. I mean, I've done with my my brand, I've done like directing, I've done design, I've done video. So I was like, what's the difference? So then I said, all right, cool, I'll do it for you. And so then from there, I think the biggest journey has been just seeing like the improvement as far as like not trying to be so analytical about like, oh, the shot gotta look like this, it gotta feel like this, it gotta be like this, and really just it allowed me just to like tap into what y'all were doing, and seeing how y'all were going off on camera, off on the mic. I'm like, this is great, I can capture this, but especially like I think like people understand like when you're in it, it feels different when you capturing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you can hear it and you can see it, but when you're like in here capturing it, I think it's a whole new,
it's a different vibe.
New wave that I feel like I want everybody to experience personally, but you know what I'm saying? Until that time comes. And so because testimony, that's my test. Okay. And so then from there, because I literally just had a conversation with someone about this for a position I was applying for. But so with me saying yes to yours, then another homie hit me up and was like, hey, I need help with content curation.
Come on, y'all.
And I was like, oh, sure, I got you. So he does workout fitness. And so I'm helping him out with his stuff. An amazing person trainer. I mean, I'm doing a bargain. He was like, I'll work you out if you do my content.
Oh my God.
I was like, that's easy. I got you on that, and we can definitely do that.
I don't want that bargain.
And then from there, I got offered to do a content curation for this MMA fighter. He was like a freshman class MMA fighter. My homie was going down for his like his opening debut type deal. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that. Mind you, again, I'm not planning on doing content creation.
Right.
Because the whole entire time I'm like, nah, because again, my thing is like, I love design. I love doing
which is coming, by the way.
Yeah, it is coming. It is coming. I just love doing design, and I think, and especially with my background, which I'm not gonna go into, but being an interior designer, you learn about how to really listen to people and what they really want out of what they're asking you for. So I'm never coming in like, oh, I have this idea. I'm like, no, what's your idea?
Right.
And I'm gonna make your idea.
Right.
And then if it's trash, then we can like step back and talk about it. But like, I don't want to come in off top being like, oh no, like this is what you do. Forget all that. Scrap your idea. Listen to this. We're gonna do this. And I mean, some people that work, other people, it is what it is. But I'm very much on the end. I'm like, I step back and let me see how things flow to figure out what I'm going to do. And so then from there, so after I make this content for my homie, shout out Trev. After I met my homie, his content, then he posts. So he works for the Stretch Studio as well, and so he posted it on the Stretch Studio website. And he was like, "Yo, I just want to share this." The manager of the Stretch Studio, which is a franchise, hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm trying to work with you. Let's get some work
Oh
done.
my gosh.
And that was like the first time I legit ever got like actually paid for content creation doing that work. So that was really, really cool. And so it made me start thinking about just like that I can actually get paid for my art. Like I always had this like, I don't know if every artist goes through this, but I definitely.
I wanted to hit a button, but I don't know
which one.
I definitely go through this a lot just when it comes to artistry. And it's like, you know, will I really get paid for my artistry? Is my creativity really going to make someone want to like spend any type of value within commodity for my work?
You just wait.
And so then from there, it's just been, so I was like, okay, God, you allow me to understand that I can, you know, get paid for this. But then I don't think we have enough time for me to sit here and go through all this. We can talk about it later. Okay. But the biggest thing that I've just been learning more and more is how to say I'm a manager and not an owner. And so with every position that I've been received, I was like, all right, God, I'm a manager. I'm not an owner. I don't own this career. I don't own this decision. I don't own this application. I'm just managing it. And
that's
I think
good.
Right, because it was a deal where it was a deal where I had to it was a deal where I had to I was getting super anxious, man, for the big information that we're not going to say right now.
Right.
But I was preparing for something coming up in the near future, and I'm having huge anxiety attacks. I can't sleep at night. I'm going through mad depression. I'm like, God, this don't make no sense. You know, I done went through deliverance, X, Y, Z times. I'm trying my best. I'm like, I'm doing this and I'm doing the church thing. I'm doing the Christian thing. And then it was going back to the Ten Commandments. And it was saying about, and Lord, let me make sure I brought my book because I don't know why I felt this coming. Hang on, I'm sorry. I write down my devotionals. I'm sorry.
Come on, you gotta keep your breadcrumbs.
Got to.
Where who was
Gotta keep your bread. Hey,
gotta preach.
Come on, God be God.
Right here, where it was like don't rob. And in the beginning, you know, I always took it as like, you know, like don't like rob from somebody. That's bad, the Christian thing. But really, it's like don't rob from God. And they were saying how when we rob, it says when we steal, we are denying God's care and love and goodness towards us. By our actions, we are effectively saying, God, what you have given me is not enough. And so when I stopped saying that, sorry. But so when I would have put myself in the owner's position, I would say, God, this ain't enough. I'm a hold the position down myself.
You better preach, boy.
But when I took a step back and was like, but when I took a step back and, you know, visually put myself in the manager's role where it's like, you know, I don't have to worry about these fees later on in life. You know, I come in, I do my position. I make sure everything is, you know, secure. Everybody's okay with what the work environment is like. And I'll let the big man, you know, handle everything else with the big woman, right?
Good.
So it's like, so God was just really depositing that understanding through my life. And so, yeah.
That's good. How old are you, D? If you don't mind sharing.
Well, 26. I turned 20. I'm 26. I turned 26 June 14th.
And Come on, wisdom is like crazy. Like wisdom.
I tell D, it's D and a couple guys at church. I'm like, if I was where y'all were,
listen, I'll be unstoppable.
At 25.
By now, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing.
Because at 25, I was just the ish. I wasn't church.
Right.
I was just the ish.
And it wasn't the ish.
It wasn't the good ish.
Right.
Okay. I was ish.
Right.
I was ishing out here. Oh, my ish was ishing. You hear me? Jesus. Oh, shut up. Okay. Come on. Hey, what?
It go.
Whoa.
That was kind of perfect, though. That was kind of perfect.
That was kind of perfect. Come on, brother.
It was ish and it said ish.
Right.
Ish.
Oh, man.
Man. Yeah. But yes, y'all, we definitely needed this episode.
Yeah, man. We did.
Shout out to D for
the
amazing word.
Yeah.
And
wait, can I say something real quick though?
Yeah.
Awesome. But I definitely wanted to say again, applaud to y'all so much on y'all's consistency.
Yes.
They don't know this, but Justin hit me up and will hit me up So they almost fired me. But because they were so serious on what they're doing, and I just want to just again say thank y'all so much,
bro,
for the seeds that y'all continue to unknowingly and knowingly deposit into us, and you know, especially me and my wife will always talk about episodes that like, did you hear what they said? Oh yeah, that was crazy. And I think, you know, again, cheesy to say, but like the best is yet to come. But it's also just like the generation that y'all talking to. I feel like y'all think y'all know the generation, but it's gonna be a generation that just surprise y'all.
Come on,
that's good. I received that.
All of it.
Thank you, D. We could not do this without
you. Can't be fired no more, D. Okay?
Right, D, come to work.
We're not gonna fire you. No more.
To work.
No more.
Shout out to D, man.
Shout out to D. Where D is it? Jiggy _7, right? Pop back in.
Yes. I try to leave. It is, yeah, it's so it's personal is Jiggy _7. So that's JIGGY _SEVEN 7 fully spelled out. And then please support the brand.
Yes.
I am a gospel visual artist.
Come on.
And so that's what my decor, so I make decor. I guess I'll say that at this point. Yeah. But I make decor. And I'm a gospel visual artist, so please follow the brand at Trap, TRAP, Decor, DECOR, and one day we can talk about what that means. Yes. But for now, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Leave it at that.
My guy. Shout out to D, man. Such a awesome guy.
Just a great human.
Yeah.
I'm excited about his blessings.
Oh my gosh.
His testimony.
You got some stuff coming too, sis. We're not gonna mention it. I know how you get uncomfortable.
I do.
Uncomfortable.
So let's just not.
But it's coming, y'all.
It's coming.
Woo, and when it
yeah, it's coming.
Lord Jesus. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be lit.
Oh, I'm gonna shout. Oh, I'm gonna shout. That's how the old folks say. I'm gonna shout. But shout out to Will
Wonder.
The man with the plan.
The man with the plan.
Listen. You talk about another talent.
It's just ridiculous. His finger drumming.
Listen, because I was trying to watch Will hands and get the beat at the same. I'm like, wait a minute.
Nah, ain't no keeping up with it.
Because what get me is how he can look at the camera.
Literally.
The whole time. And ain't missed a
Not
pad.
a thing. Not a thing.
I'm like, how you do that? I can't even text. I've been sent the wrong word in the text.
We done sent ish.
And bro, you hear me? Not that one. Come on now. Hey. No more.
Shout out to Will, man. We appreciate you, Will.
Man. When I say these dudes are super talented,
they are.
Y'all have to go Jiggy _7, the Trap Decor. Will Wonder, right?
Yep. I'm about to look it up right now. So
Will Wonder.
WUNDAH,
right? Mm-hmm. Right, Will? Thumbs up. That's it. Listen.
Yeah, that's him.
Listen. Serious producer, y'all. Like
ridiculous.
I think
he prefers to do that over this.
I think why would he want to deal with us?
He don't like dealing with me. I'm gonna speak for myself.
You and the stairs.
Will, you don't like dealing with me, do you? He said no. See?
Oh man.
Oh, you do? Hey.
You got a thumbs up.
Yeah,
good job.
Thumbs up.
Good job, sis. High five. All right. Well, again, y'all can follow us.
Yep.
At the Churches Podcast on IG, the Churches Podcast on Facebook as well. And next time we will have a guest.
Yes, we will.
But we definitely wanted just to give y'all
your
some
flowers.
Flowers, roses, all that good
roses.
stuff.
I like tulips.
And the merch.
Yes, merch is coming.
Any color.
It is coming. Merch is
coming. Hit us up. Color, size.
Anything you want.
It's coming.
It's coming.
All right, church family.
All right, it's been real.
It's been real.
Thanks.
We out.
Bye, y'all.